In this video, we're going to take a look at filing a Form 1 via the e-file system using a trust to make a short barrel rifle. You'll need a handful of things before getting this process started. They're listed on the screen now. We'll narrate this video, but most of the information and everything important is going to be listed on screen, so you can just pause, rewind, fast forward, whatever you need to do. You'll start out by logging into your eForms account and be patient. The website is not good, and it's also worth noting every Wednesday the system is down. Once you're logged in, select the Form 1 or ATF 5320.1. In this case, we're going to apply using a trust, so select the Trust button and click Next. Go ahead and read through the intended use of the form and all of those things. If you agree, click the Next button, then select Tax Paid $200 and click Next once again. You'll fill out all the required information, your title on the trust name, address, and a lot of it's pre-filled. Just make sure the pre-filled stuff is correct. Once you're done with that, you'll click Next. The next step is the responsible person's information. So you'll start out with the first responsible person on the trust, put in their title on the trust, name, and email. Then you'll click Browse, and you'll find the completed 5320.23. You'll have to go to ATF's website, download that form, complete it, and just have a full copy ready to upload. That form is specific to one responsible party on that trust, so if you've got more than one, you'll need to complete that form multiple times. Once you've got that responsible parties form uploaded, you'll click on Browse and you'll upload a passport style photo for the responsible party. It doesn't have to be fancy, just white background, no hat, no glasses, that sort of thing. Just has to match ID photo criteria. Once you've got the photo uploaded, go ahead and complete the rest of the information for that person: social security number, residence, street, birthday, birth country, state, male or female, all that info. If you have multiple responsible parties on the trust, you'll click that Actions button, add another responsible party, and do the exact same thing with their information. If there's more than two on the trust, you'll just repeat this process until everybody's info is uploaded. Once all that's completed, you'll click the Next button. We'll go to the next step. This is going to be your chief law enforcement officer's information, which is going to vary depending on what state you're in. But you could use sheriff, chief of police, head of state police, basically anybody that's going to be able to respond to an emergency you have, whoever controls that agency. So in this case, we're going to use Department of Public Safety for the state of Texas. If you're in Texas, you can use the same information. If you're outside of Texas, you'll just have to look up either your sheriff, chief of police, or head of your state police. There are a few other people you can use for it, but this is generally the easiest method for most people. When all of that's in, just click Next, and we'll move on to the next step. This is where we're going to hit Add Firearm and put in the information for that short barrel rifle. Once it's up, you'll type in the manufacturer's name. It should auto-complete it. We're using 2A Armament in this case, and then you hit the Verify Manufacturer button. Once that's validated, select the country that the manufacturer is based out of. Click Next once you're good on there, and we'll start putting in the specific information for the lower receiver in this case. Under product type, we're going to select short barrel rifle. We're going to select the model, the caliber, unit of measure, length of barrel, and overall length. For the caliber, keep in mind it's caliber, not cartridge. So in the case of 308 or 7.62 by 51, you can just pick 7.62. For 300 blackout, just 300. For 5.56 by 45, just 5.56 is sufficient. We'll put in a 10-inch barrel, and the overall length will be to the end of the muzzle, not including a muzzle device, with the stock all the way extended. So in this case, we got 29 inches. We'll go ahead and put that in. Put in the serial. It doesn't really need a description unless it's some off-the-wall item, and then all lawful purposes should suffice on your reasons for wanting to make this firearm. Once that's in there, click Next. In this section, you can upload pictures. So say it's a really strange serial number or odd receiver, you can put a picture in just so the ATF knows you're not willy-nilly making up some crazy device that doesn't exist. Just justification, this is actually what you're doing and the information you put in is correct. Once that's on there, we'll have a basic description, everything we just put in of what we want to do with that short barrel rifle. So go ahead and look over that, make sure it's all correct, and then click Next. In this section, we're going to upload our trust. So just browse on the computer, select the trust in PDF format, select that it is a corporation, trust, or other legal entity, and a description of it. There is a file size limitation, so try to keep it under 3 megs. It doesn't have to be the best clarity so long as it's readable. In most people, it's pretty easy to not get a trust over 3 megs. You're generally not going to run into that problem unless you scan it in with some ridiculously high resolution. When it's uploaded and listed in that box right in the middle of the screen, you'll click Next, Certify right here, and then you're going to click the Pay button. It's going to bring up a separate window to type in your credit card information, which on this it doesn't show for obvious reasons, but we'll put in that credit card information, hit the Sign and Submit button, make sure it's checked again, which it should be. You'll have to type in your password for eForms at this point, the same one you logged into the system with, and then click Submit. Once it accepts that password, you'll come to a screen with an application number, and then at this point you can click OK and go ahead and just close out eForms. Go ahead and check your email. Maybe not immediately after, but sometime in the near future, after submitting this, you're going to get an email from the ATF that looks like this. It'll have 2 things, a cover letter and a copy of the Form 1. You can use that completed Form 1 along with your responsible parties questionnaires you completed earlier to send those out to your chief law enforcement. Take that cover letter, affix 2 fingerprint cards to it, and drop it in the mail to the address listed on the cover letter. At this point, all you have to do is wait, and eventually you should get an email from the ATF saying that your Form 1 has been approved. If you need anything else, have any other questions, concerns, comments, feel free to reach out to us. You can give us a call, email us, or stop on by the shop.